Welcome back to the Relaxing Ghost channel here on YouTube. As always, your host with the most. Ghost. Episode 6 today here of the Attitude Era review series. Over the Edge, in your house, 1998. Take some time and subscribe, guys. Had a great weekend. Hope you guys all had a great weekend there. It's starting to get much nicer out. You know, this was in May of 98 here. Over the Edge. It's Austin's second title defense against Dude Love. May 31st, 1998. We are at the Wisconsin Center in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Same place where Austin won King of the Ring just 2 years earlier. Only 9,822 in attendance. Sorry, just close that window for a second. So, not the biggest show, but the show does seem full, sold out. It does, look very good. This was a hell of a show overall. Let's get right into the matches. Like I said, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Episode 6, guys. I know it's been a while since I've done one of these. After WrestleMania, all those things got out of the way, we're going to get back on track here with the Attitude Era review series. So, sorry about the little delay, but I've already watched this and King of the Ring, so I just got to do the recording, guys. LOD 2000 and DOA open up the show here in a quick match. It seemed like this show opened up very quick, very hard-hitting, and, the first few matches were quick, and, we got the job done fairly easy. One of the DOA guys hit a botched pile driver on Hawk, and it just looked ugly as ever, and, it was good back and forth. Skull gets power slammed by Animal. LOD get the win. I don't know if it was just an off night between the two, but that botched pile driver was pretty scary. You don't want to see anyone get hurt, and, we've seen enough mishaps with the pile driver. So we get a little Rock promo after the match backstage. Or in the ring, sorry. Farouk comes out with a chair, hits a pile driver on the Rock, onto the chair. And this would lead up to their match later on the line. We get an Austin promo, and I believe it's Michael Cole interviewing him. And he's saying, could this be the night? It all started here 2 years ago. Could this be the night where it all ends? And Austin's going on and on saying he's not finished yet and he's not ready to give it up. So the second match of the night, Double J against Steve Blackman. I thought these guys had a pretty good match. We got Al Snow and Head on Spanish commentary. So Steve Blackman hits a back suplex. Blackman hits a backbreaker, followed by an elbow. Tennessee Lee jumps on the apron. Jarrett goes for the sticks that Blackman was using at the time. Blackman hits Jarrett with a stick for a 2 count. Tennessee Lee hits Blackman with a stick. Double J wins. A good match in the middle of the card there. These two guys worked pretty good together. And I liked how they incorporated the sticks. This would lead up to Blackman's Lion's Den match with Shamrock. So we got a special challenge match here, the third match of the night. Sable versus Mark Miro. This match only goes about 20 seconds, but Mark Miro cuts a promo saying, you know, I'll lay down, and Sable's career was on the line. So Mark Miro saying he'll lay down for Sable so she could keep her job. So Mark Miro lays down, Sable covers him, and Mark Miro cradles Sable for the 3 count. And Mark Miro pretty much is a full-fledged heel by this point. Sable says goodbye, but we all know what would happen. She would come back with Mr. McMahon and all that stuff would happen. Fourth match of the night. We got Kane versus Bradshaw and Taka Michinoku. And this was a bonus match which was added at the last minute. So Bradshaw is dominating all 3 members of Kane. Taka gets triple teamed, senton bomb, 3 guys beating 2. You know, Kane was, you know, much smaller guys. I don't know what the deal was here, but Taka would end up turning heel somewhere down the line and joining his fellow members. So after this match, Sable is shown backstage leaving the arena. Fifth match of the night, Farouk versus The Rock for the Intercontinental Championship. The Rock doesn't come out for a couple of times. They announce him, and you know, his music hits twice. Sergeant Slaughter comes out for a 10 count. Rock comes out in a neck brace now, and the match starts. Rock hits a DDT. Farouk hits a spine buster. They have a little botched 3 count here where Tim White counted The Rock's shoulders down, but it was really a kick out. So Rock ends up rolling up Farouk with the feet on the ropes. Little bit of a weird match. Their chemistry was also off a bit this night. After the match, Farouk hits 2 more pile drivers on The Rock. The Nation runs out to help The Rock, and then DX run in and attack the Nation of Domination. Awesome moment. I was going crazy rewatching that. That was a hell of a moment. Really well built up. And DX has a match later on in the night against the Nation. So we got a little weird match here again. Mask versus Mask. Kane versus Vader. These guys had a couple of matches earlier on in the year. And you know, Vader is just dominating Kane, hitting him with all his big power moves, and Kane just keeps getting up and up. Vader hits a big splash. Kane gets up. Kane hits a choke slam off the top rope. And he choke slams Vader, rolls right out of the ring. Vader goes like under the ring, gets that wrench that we were familiar with, that No Way Out 98. He hits Kane with the wrench. Vader misses a moonsault, man. And then Kane hits the tombstone for the win. After the match, Kane pulls Vader's mask off. Pallbearer time. Vader cuts this promo saying he's nothing but a piece of shit. He's fat and all this stuff. And Vader seems like he's pretty upset here and a little bit of a self-confidence issue here. It's like, I don't know if this was a shoot or what, but I don't know. I didn't like the way they executed it. So Michael Cole is in the ring at this time. He introduces Mad Dog Vachon and the Crusher, two legends here in the Milwaukee area. And they're honored with plaques, and Jerry Lawler gets in the ring, getting his cheap heat, saying these guys are old and no one knows who they are and all that stuff. So the Crusher chases Jerry Lawler out of the ring. Jerry Lawler's still on the mic. So, third time, King pulls Dog's prosthetic leg. King pulls it off. And Crusher whacks King with the leg. Crusher is sitting there smoking a cigar the whole time this thing is going on. And, I didn't really like this segment either with them exposing Mad Dog's leg and all that. And it was just a very weird segment with Jerry Lawler getting that cheap heat. And I didn't really like it. The legends did prevail in the end. And, it's good to see those Mad Dog and the Crusher getting those plaques and all that. I wish they would do other stuff like that nowadays and honor legends once in a while with stuff like this. Seventh match of the night, D-Generation X against the Nation of Domination. Very fast-paced in the beginning match. And we got quick tags in and out. Kama, a.k.a. the Godfather, is at ringside. Let me see who it is. It's Triple H and the New Age Outlaws against Owen, Hart, Kama, and D'Lo Brown. So, I believe X-Pac and China are at ringside. They're starting to call the Kama the Godfather. So he's breaking out this new character. He's already got the hat on and the vest and all that. Mr. Ass Billy Gunn hits a Fameasser and the Spike Pile Driver to D'Lo Brown on one of the tag titles. Owen Hart pedigrees Triple H on the title now for the win. So Owen Hart getting the win over Triple H. I thought it was the right move, seeing that, was it at Unforgiven or whatever, Triple H went over. Triple H went over at Mania, so Owen Hart finally gets one up on Triple H and DX here. And the main event for the WWF Championship, Stone Cold Steve Austin against Dude Love Mick Foley. And Mr. McMahon is the special guest referee. Pat Patterson and Jerry Briscoe are guest announcers. And before the match starts, The Undertaker comes down to ringside. And he's going to watch what McMahon's doing. He's going to put Briscoe and Patterson in their place if need be. This was a hell of a match, guys. Go back and watch it if you have to. So earlier in the match, Dude Love gets his front teeth knocked out. Austin hits a vest press, reverses the claw over the ropes, and Pat Patterson calls for the no DQ rule. Austin is tossed over the table now. They're brawling outside the ring. Taker is stalking Vince McMahon throughout the whole match, making sure Vince is calling it down the middle. Dude hits a neck breaker, and Pat Patterson gets back on the mic saying this match is now Falls Count Anywhere. I think this is one of the first times where they played this little heel authority where they started changing the match on the fly. Now it's no DQ, now it's Falls Count Anywhere, now there's no disqualification, now there's this, now there's that. So they were really trying to stack the odds against Austin at any way they could. So they're brawling on the entranceway, there's cars out there, there's all kinds of crap in the entranceway. Austin gets busted open, and they're headed back to the ring. Dude Love exposes a turnbuckle. Austin gets hit 3 times in the turnbuckle. DDT'd on the chair for a 2 count. Dude Love is going for a move, and Austin boots the chair right in his face. So Vince now gets a chair shot from Dude Love. Stunner. There's no ref. Vince just got knocked out. Kyoto runs in. 1, 2. Pat Patterson pulls the ref out. Mick Foley, Mankind, whatever is Dude Love here, gets the claw on Austin. 1, 2. Taker pulls out Pat Patterson. Choke slams Pat through the Spanish announce table. Briscoe tries to count the 1, 2. Taker pulls him out. Choke slam through the other announce table. Austin hits a second stunner. Austin drags Vince over. 1, 2, 3. Austin counts his own fall. I also forgot to mention before the match started, Vince cut a promo somewhere. I didn't even write it down, but I usually do. Vince cut a promo saying, "By my hand only, this match will end." So it's cool they played up with that in the final 3 count. Austin retains the WWF Championship through anything. Taker had his back, and this will lead up to SummerSlam, guys. Take some time and subscribe, guys. Overall, this was a really good show. Had a couple of bad spots in it, but I really enjoyed going back and watching this. And 1998 is one of those years that everything was clicking and everything was working and firing on all cylinders. I think it's one of the best years they've done, and we'll talk to you guys later with episode 7 of the Attitude Era review series, King of the Ring 1998. That's going to be a hell of a show to review. We'll talk to you guys later. Peace.